A suspected mass shooting plot foiled over the weekend at the Gorge Amphitheater. New details emerge as the suspected gunman appeared in court this afternoon.
Looks like we finally have some cooler temperatures in the forecast, but that comes with the chance of storms almost every day this week.
It's been an icon up here for years, and we're not happy about that.
And local businesses being moved out, so a Chick-fil-A can potentially move in? What the city says has to happen first before the national chain could become part of Spokane's South Hill.
KREM 2 News at 4 begins now with Whitney Ward and Jeremy Legoo.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Whitney Ward. We begin tonight with a potential mass shooting stopped thanks to attentive concertgoers who spotted a man trying to bring two loaded guns into a music festival at the Gorge. Grant County Sheriff's deputies arrested the man over the weekend, and today in court documents we've learned the suspect's strange behavior attracted attention and witnesses took action before it was too late. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley was in court today where that suspect faced a judge.
The suspected gunman arrested at the Gorge Amphitheater over the weekend has been identified as Jonathan Moody. He appeared in Grant County Court today for possession of a dangerous weapon and unlawful handling of a weapon. Both are gross misdemeanor charges. According to Grant County Court documents, witnesses at the Base Canyon Music Festival noticed Moody acting suspicious. One witness was with his friends at their camp in the parking area when they saw Moody open his trunk and inhale an unknown substance. Then they say he grabbed two pistols and loaded them. They told deputies the suspect eventually walked toward them and asked what time the concert ended. They thought it was an odd question considering what they had seen and immediately reported this to security. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says those witnesses did the right thing by reporting the suspicious behavior, and they encourage others to do the same.
We rely on those 25,000 people at the Gorge Amphitheater as force multipliers for us by applying their eyes to other people in the crowd that they see something suspicious, bring it to the attention of authorities right away.
Moody pleaded not guilty in court this morning, and the judge set his bond at $10,000. Reporting from the Grant County Courthouse, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Now, Base Canyon did post a statement on Facebook following that arrest. They thanked those fans who reported the suspect, along with security staff and the sheriff's office. They said safety is their top priority and reminded people to say something if you see something. Well, new today, 5 more members of a hate group pleading not guilty to conspiracy to riot charges in a Kootenai County court. Coeur d'Alene police arrested the group 2 months ago. A witness had reported them in the back of a U-Haul near the city's Pride event. The first 2 jury trials are expected to begin on September 19th. The crime is punishable by up to a year in jail, as well as a $5,000 fine and up to 2 years of probation. KREM 2's investigative team has also obtained court records revealing new information about the plot to disrupt the Coeur d'Alene Pride event. Those details are coming up new at 6 tonight. A Spokane County deputy shot a man who allegedly tried to pin him with his truck early Sunday morning. The suspect is now in serious condition. The man was wanted for allegedly stealing a car. He was found by sheriff's deputies at a storage area near Hilliard. Spokane County undersheriff explains what led up to the moments that shots were fired.
The suspect emerged from the bed of the pickup truck, did not comply with commands, jumped into the pickup truck, put the pickup truck in gear, revved the engine, and then reversed towards the second deputy who was on foot behind the vehicle. The deputy behind the vehicle was between the vehicle and the building, with the vehicle accelerating towards the deputy. Shots were fired.
No one was hurt. The Spokane Police Department is now taking over as the managing agency for this investigation. The deputy who shot the suspect is on administrative leave, which is standard protocol. The former sheriff of Bingham, Idaho, pleaded guilty to felony aggravated assault for an attack on a church youth group and its chaperone. That group had been delivering notes of thanks to the members or the homes of members of their congregation. And according to court documents, the group put this note on the door and rang the doorbell, then ran away. The sheriff there said he believed that someone was trying to break into his home, and he told investigators he pointed a gun at the chaperone and pulled her out by her hair. Roland resigned last month, and he now faces a maximum of up to 5 years in prison and up to a $5,000 fine. All right, let's switch gears here on this Monday. I almost did a double take. Well, actually, I did do a double take when I noticed the pavement was all wet this morning. At least a little bit of rain up at my house on the north side. Our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo, is joining us now here in the Weather Center. Is there more of this on the way?
There is. It's going to be more scattered in the coming days, but it's going to help keep us a little bit cooler. Definitely cooler than where we were last week when temperatures were on the miserable side of things. Right now, not looking all that bad. A beautiful day with blue skies. We've got a couple of storms we've got to talk about, but right now temperatures seem to be on the mild side. Mid 80s across much of eastern Washington and north Idaho, 90s out in central Washington. But yes, we have had some storms recently. A lot of that storm activity from early this morning has either moved into Montana or up into British Columbia. But a line of storms off to the north, or a little cluster of them, is worth watching. See this storm right here? This sits about 35 to 40 miles just off to the east of Omak. This storm has been kind of parked in one location for a little bit. We're going to keep a close eye on that for the potential flooding. Right now, some locally gusty wind, some heavy downpours, and some small hail are reported out of that storm. We'll see more of that activity off to the north in the Okanagan Highlands, and then that kind of comes to an end. Tomorrow, we're talking the possibility of more storms. Temps go from near 60 tomorrow morning, back up to near 90 tomorrow afternoon.
All right, thanks, Jeremy. Coeur d'Alene is considering stronger laws to better regulate short-term rentals. This as housing prices have spiked in North Idaho, and long-term rentals that used to house workers are now being converted to short-term stays for tourists. The city is considering requiring a 2-night minimum stay and increasing violation fees. Last year, the city had about 200 permitted short-term rentals. Today, it's nearly 400. The Stevens County Sheriff's Office is searching for this missing man, so stop what you're doing and take a look. According to a Facebook post, Trevor Bresnahan was last seen August 10th when he told his mom he was going to visit friends in Wilbur and then Colville. He took his dog, Bear, with him. That was the photo you just saw. Well, the dog was found on Wednesday with no sign of Bresnahan or his car. He drives a maroon Hyundai Accent with a lime green hood and bumper. If you happen to have any information about this case, you're asked to please contact the Stevens County Sheriff's Office. We've got that number right there on your screen. A woman in her 60s fell to her death near Oregon's Multnomah Falls. Firefighters hiked more than a mile from Multnomah Falls Lodge to get her body. The woman had reportedly been hiking near Weisiger Falls upstream when she fell about 100 feet. The search and rescue team believes that it was just an accident. Happening tonight, Multicare is hosting a community-wide memorial event to honor those who lost their lives to COVID-19. That Candlelight Vigil will take place at the Multicare Valley Hospital starting at 6. Flags will be placed in the ground for each person in Spokane County who died from COVID. About 1,400 people have died so far from the virus here in the county. Additional flags will also be available for anyone wanting to add a message for their loved ones. And looking for some last-minute fun before the kids do go back to school? Well, maybe it's time to visit the North Idaho Fair. We'll let you know about that coming up. Also, they were bred and sold for animal testing. Now all these beagles have a new lease on life right here in Spokane. How you could maybe adopt one of these furry friends, coming right up.